Where Anthony was killed? Or was there any tension there that you knew of?
Not not with Juvy, not with Chris, but you heard things about him. That's to you and your mama and your daddy and everybody that look like you. And it's me. I said, y'all bitches, man. Boosie down there, support Melly. He flaw as fuck for that. But he don't even know that nigga Melly. Nigga talks, oh, I want Melly Freaker. That nigga bought me some snacks and magazines at a magazine. Snacks and magazines at the airport. What? Man,
Your son's life was taken and before Anthony was killed. Or was there any tension there that you knew of?
Not with Juvy, not with Chris, but
So Ynw Juvy's father is still going brazy out here. He's letting it be known that Lil Boosie is a B word for even mentioning free Ynw Melly, and yet he didn't even go to Lil Marlo's case. So he's accusing Lil Boosie of clout chasing and doing the most right now, and he's also calling out his own daughter. Y'all, this man is even calling out his own daughter, and I'm gonna tell you why he's calling out his own daughter, because of this case and the death of his son Ynw Juvy, also the death of Sack Chaser. Now, all parties are innocent until guilty has been proven in the court of law. But let's start this show the right way. Thank you for watching another episode of IsmokeHiphop Live. Please hit that like button, hit that notification bell. Salute. All right, let's start with the show. So Ynw Juvy, we know his story is very told in Florida, but to the industry, people don't know who he is. So you guys are gonna need to stay updated in the trial against rapper Ynw Melly, whose birth name is Jamal Demons. The up-and-coming star is accused of killing two of his friends, also rappers, then attempting to stage the murder as a drive-by shooting in the Miami area. They got it wrong. It's not in the Miami area. It was in the Broward County area in Miramar, but we're going to get into that later. Testimony from the crime scene technicians and investigators took up the majority of the day Tuesday. Dozens of crime scenes photos were shown at the scenes. I showed that on a separate video. You guys can go look at that. Well, I'll look out for you guys and show a quick scene of the pictures or whatever. This was the crime scene pics that they showed out there. Now, before I continue reading and giving fresh updates, we got to give the updates of Juvy father. Now, Juvy father is tired of folks opening their mouth on this situation and picking sides, and you don't know what it's implementing or implicating. So he's gonna go in on first the main face of the free Ynw Melly movement, which would be Lil Boosie Boo himself. So without further ado, let's go to him.
that's to you and your mama and your daddy and everybody that look like you. And it's me. I said, y'all bitches, man. Boosie down there, support Melly. He flaw as fuck for that. But he don't even know that nigga Melly. Nigga talks, oh, I want Melly Freaker. That nigga bought me some snacks and magazines at a magazine. Snacks and magazines at the airport. What? Man, nigga, why you ain't go to Marlo Mike trial, nigga? Fuck you, this nigga trial. Marlo Mike in that bitch fight for his life, nigga. Nigga, you got that man stunned up the road for doing all that goddamn time, but you in there for Melly. And got them niggas in Louisiana fighting they goddamn Baton Rouge fighting their life. Nigga, you got your priorities fucked up, nigga. Go back to your hometowns, scary ass nigga. Shit. Let me see what else. Man, everybody that's saying free Melly, that's to you and your mama and your daddy and everybody that look like you. And my daughter Chloe, she all on that bitch talking about some free Melly. Fuck you too. Fuck your brother, fuck your mama. Shit. Fuck anybody that you think could fuck with Spoon. And my daughter.
So you can see that he really was going in on the situation. He's mad because his daughter was speaking to the, I guess opposition would be Melly in the father's eyes, and he said, you guys can never mess with Spoon. You feel me? We also know the YSL case takes a lot of turns in the bizarre antics of the judge in that case as well, and we seen bizarre antics from Melly himself, acting I'm not gonna say a fool, but people are saying that themselves. You know what I'm saying? Melly's situation, how he's flexing in court, and how his lawyer book says evil plans and stuff, and people got their own little, theories of what's going on. We're just gonna stick here and say what we see. Now the dad got asked another question regarding this situation. Let's go in that as far as motive and what the guilt of Ynw Melly could be.
Your son's life was taken and before Anthony was killed, was there any tension there that you knew of?
Not with Juvy, not with Chris, but you heard things about him and Anthony getting into like altercations about disputes about money over certain situations, and they got in a fight prior to that, and they said, like, the story that they say Sack beat him up and knocked his goals out in front of his girlfriend, and like 2 days later, I think that's when the incident happened.
Was there any sign of bad blood before?
Now, when you see what the dad is talking about, we've heard that as far as people just talking and saying things, and you know what I'm saying, as far as the golds being knocked out of Ynw Melly's mouth. A lot of people was alluding to that. They got in a fight. I remember the mom allegedly was on the video ranting about, you know what I'm saying, how Sack Chaser would try to bully Melly, and I don't know how true that is. Maybe she was just mad in the moment and why she said that in the first place. You know what I mean? But Ynw Bortlen, he's gonna speak on the situation himself as far as media exaggerating on this and bringing it to left and right. He's the co-defendant with Ynw Melly in this case of the murder of Ynw Sack Chaser and Ynw Juvy. Now Bortlen, he reacts to the media and he says the way media drags blank should be a crime, and I guess he's trying to allude to their innocence and the way media's outlets, bloggers, etc., even the big corporate ones, they're trying to put guilt immediately without looking at the circumstances through their eyes. So, and I guess he's trying to say y'all finding us guilty and y'all making it seem X, Y, and Z when it's not even like that at all. And I can presumably feel how someone can go through when you're being looked at as guilty and nobody believes you, and you're gonna look at the people who spread, as far as in your eyes, of what propaganda might be, and that's the bloggers or whatever. That's not what I'm saying. I'm echoing the sentiments of what he means and what he's alluding to. Now there's a lot that's been going on with this case. I'm not gonna even lie to you guys. It's a lot you could picture more into it, with the father going into the Lil Boosie situation. We seen Lil Boosie go to court. He said he damn near wants to become a lawyer now because how close the situation has brought him as far as getting defense for rappers and all that. And it gave back and forth through two different opposing views. You got people who's in support of Boosie doing that, and they gave him kudos and tremendous situations and applause, I guess. And then you got the other side that are saying, how can Boosie fight for someone innocent if the person might be guilty? So it's one of those hard lines. You got to stand on it. You got to know the backlash that's gonna come with making those outbursts out loud. And as you can see with Ynw Juvy's father, he's not going for none of that. In his mind, he knows who's guilty. So when he sees certain rappers picking, I mean, if the man can go at his own daughter, he can go at his own daughter like that, then obviously he's gonna go at a Lil Boosie. Now he referenced Little Marlo Mike, that was the young dude who admitted to a whole lot of atrocities of murders, and he took the accountability of them, and people blamed that on Boosie, and y'all know the behind the stories of that. I don't want to get into that, so we don't want to take away from the topic of Ynw Melly case. But the father is referencing how can Boosie doesn't even know Melly, but he wants to be a voice of reason for Melly, and it seems fakish according to what the dad is trying to put out there. I can see both sides. I can see family and friends of Melly, who feels he's innocent, and they're gonna voice it out loudly.
Your son's life was taken and before Anthony was killed, was there any tension there that you knew of?
And
I can definitely see the dad's side on how he wants his side to be the polar opposite. He wants it to be guilt, and he's gonna look at it like that. The flexing in court got him uncomfortable. The family were very vocal about that, how Ynw Melly, basically was in there and he was, making a mockery of the case. People say he was just confident, feeling a victory is coming through. And I did a separate video on that. Y'all can go check it out. It was a lot of breakdowns. Maybe he feels very innocent of the situation. Now, the court system said they had admission of guilt by Melly. Okay, that part of the video wasn't playing. Don't even worry about it. But you can go check my other video out. She basically alludes to guilt by both parties, meaning the co-defendant Bortlen and Melly himself. It's unfortunate, the situation all around. It's gonna be a who's and how you feel about it, and I guess that's what we're left with. So I'm not gonna entice the situation, instigate it. I only report the news, and I do a damn good job at it. Make sure you guys stay tuned to this, and we'll give you more updated news on it. Much peace to the families of everybody involved in this, man. Look, love your family, love your kids, and definitely, when I say stay blessed, truly in my heart, stay blessed to all parties involved. I am DJ Bless One. Y'all have a blessed day and keep this copa steady, man. We can only hope the outcome for whatever the Most High wishes.